A Day in the Lab of a Water Filter Maker, written and illustrated by Godric Mangapot. There was once a quiet village in a green countryside meadow. The village was far from any large body of water, and the only close one was a dirty river filled with black mud and dark silt. Surely regular people would not drink the filthy river water here. But the inhabitants of this village did not mind the muddy river water. The quaint village was surrounded by gargantuan water purification centers. These important centers purified the river water for the thirsty inhabitants, from as dark as the river's silt to clear as new glass. One morning, a 10-year-old boy named Rick woke up not to the usual graceful singing of the rooster, but to ear-splitting screams, thunderous stomping, and resounding noises from hurtful slapping and punching. Rick silently pondered to himself, why is there such a big disturbance? He checked the daily news to know what the big ruckus that just happened outside was about. Apparently, the mechanisms in the gargantuan water purification centers broke down like fine china, and no clean water was available. Rick checked if it was true. When Rick went into the tiny bathroom and opened the rusty faucet, he was in for a nasty surprise. The water that came out was very dark as the river's silt. He reported this to his parents, who were fast asleep. His parents woke up and said to Rick, "Go and dig for some underground water, as it is reported to be clean." Rick followed his parents' orders and went to a place where he could dig. He dug for what seemed like forever until the sun came down, and Rick went unconscious after climbing to the surface without a drop of clean water obtained. When Rick regained consciousness, he suddenly had a brilliant idea. Just as a sponge absorbs nasty dirt from dishes, he could use random stuff to absorb the dirty mud and silt from the water. So, Rick mustered his strength to collect stuff and head back home. The whole night, Rick worked tirelessly to make a useful water purifier out of what he had. He experimented with his materials until his filter was optimal. He then clearly explained to his thirsty parents about his new water filter. Rick's parents were pleasantly astounded by his filter, and they decided maybe it's time to share this to our neighbors. So Rick made miniature recycled plastic versions of the filter and gave those to his thirsty neighbors. Someone surely became a superhero overnight. The dreadful water crisis is over. Eventually, Rick decided to patent his invention and sell them. In no time, Rick gained a lot of publicity with the help of his community. Rick's filter became very popular worldwide. Even 20 years later, the village inhabitants never forgot Rick and his filter. Bonus portion: how Rick did the water filter. Rick used an old plastic bottle, a cutter, charcoal, sand, pebbles, dirty water, and a cheesecloth to make the filter. First, he cut the bottle in half and cut through the bottle cap. He grounded the charcoal too. In the portion of the bottle with the cap, Rick put these things in order: cloth, charcoal, sand, pebbles. He put the filter on top of the other half of the bottle and put the dirty water through the filter, and presto, the water was cleansed. Note: the water should be boiled before drinking. About the author, I, Godric Tidon Mangapot, am a grade 7 homeschooler that likes games and scratch. I wrote this story because it is important to learn how to survive in tough conditions, like Rick in this story and many more people around the globe.